Yellow, flap, and welcome to episode 12 of Kitze. We made it. Round of applause. Never made it this far. So many uploads in a row. I'm actually subscribed. I'm subscribed to myself. I just love my channel and I watch my channel every day. I'm actually surprised that the subscriber count is growing. Not that I'm counting. I'm definitely counting. But I see this like big ass number when I go to YouTube Studios saying that your subscribers are going up. I thought if you start posting 30-minute plus videos every day, people will be turned off and be like, nah, this is too much. Suddenly the subscriber count is going up. So I guess that's amazing. Want to thank you for listening. Remember to walk with me. There are a couple of people who work out or walk, but I would recommend you, if you haven't worked out before, you want to get back in shape, now is the time. Put on headphones, go outside. While I'm babbling about stuff, go and have a walk. You'll thank me later. Topic of the day is going to be a bunch of random things regarding productivity, hyperfocus, workout, and a bunch of other things. Don't forget to send me questions, either in video form. No one has sent me video form yet, so tweet at me with a video. I might include you in this. I mean, I will include you definitely because you'll be the first one if you send that video question. Conferences I'm going to is Congress Next.js on 2nd of February in Warsaw. I can't wait for this conference to pass. Let's do a quick Benji review. Let's look at my habits, sleep time, sleep score, and everything else. I think I'm sharing the wrong thing. What in the flippity? There you go. We're back to the right screen. So sleep time and sleep score. I feel tired as hell, dude. Like I feel so horrible right now. I can barely, like I feel all of this muscle pain. I'm wondering why. Maybe because I did 2 hours of workout today. But I really feel very, very tired. Even though I had enough sleep. I went to sleep on time, 10:30. I woke up at 7 o'clock. I woke up first at 6, but still slept until 7. So I should feel more energetic, but I don't feel energetic right now. Fasting has been going fine. Again, completed a fast. I'm going to start a new fast right now. Stopped eating around 5 o'clock, so going to update that live. Next, we have the weight. The weight is suddenly 96.3, so I have no fucking idea what's going on. I haven't increased anything in my diet, except I started eating a lot of oatmeal in the morning with cocoa powder and protein powder and banana and fresh strawberries, and that has a lot of sugar probably, so maybe I should stop. So I started adding this in the last couple of days, but I still think that it's not about that. It's just something like maybe I lost a lot of water weight and now I don't know what's going on because my diet, as you can see, the scores of the food here, which I'm not going. If you want to know what I eat, you always pause the video and you can just, I don't want to go through all the things. But I think I've been doing fine and the scores for everything are 100%. But if, because this would be pretty insane. If I do 2 hours of workout and I eat super clean and my weight is still going up, I'm going to eat 3 hamburgers for breakfast from now on. Do you understand that if this line for weight goes up and I eat green asparagus and cooked fucking carrots, for lunch there's going to be Pizza Hut from now on. So I give it, hey body, I give you a couple more chances to get your shit together and start losing weight. Otherwise, this is going to be problematic. So I finished the workout today. I killed the workout today. It was 45 minutes. My trainer increased the intensity. He increased the workouts. I skipped only on a single exercise because I hate exercises which they're just weird, dude. Like when I know what I'm doing, like if I do, like chest press or incline chest press or pull-ups. Today I did like 24 pull-ups, which is a new record, but broken down in like 6 sets. And I was doing it with a pull-up band. So the day when I say that I did 24 pull-ups and the sentence will end there, that will be a huge win. But I guess I got to practice more and that's it. Like once at the gym, I was at the gym and I was working out with my trainer and he was like, and now, sweetie, you're going to grab the bar and we're not going to do a pull-up. We're going to do a pull-down. And for weeks, we're going to practice a pull-down until your muscles are strong. And while he's babbling about this, there's this girl like puts chalk on her hand. Like she looks more muscular than me, grabs the fucking thing. And as he is talking, like I see her just next to me, kills probably 20, 30. I don't know how many she did. And I wanted to quit the gym right there, right then. There's a Subway, there's Pizza Hut, KFC on the way. Just make that be your life, guy. Like, stop trying with this. Anyway, what else? I walked for 1 hour. That was also annoying. Like, I'm tired as fuck, man. It's so sad to be tired, to waste so much time, to eat clean and still gain weight. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I still have hope. We'll see. Pomodoros today, the diva, worked for 5 hours and 13 minutes, so give me a clap. Like, I feel so guilty, I feel proud because it's more than the other days. I'm like, oh, finally I got it, It's not 4 hours, it's not 2 hours. And let's say I missed a Pomodoro here and there. Like I had a couple of gaps. I think I have my Pomodoros. Let me just click them here. Pomodoros, where are you? Well, I cannot. Whatever. Let's say that I missed a Pomodoro here and there and I did 5.5 hours of work. Oh my fucking God. But I actually did the calculation. And even if I work like all the time, the max I can do is 6 hours to 6.5. Like that's like, I don't work after lunch. I work out in the morning. So the maximum time is going to be 6 hours anyway. But I feel, when I see this 5 and I imagine other people outworking the shit out of me, I've talked about this before, but if you want to get somewhere like with your work and stuff, don't do in the morning like sauna and meditation and cold plunge and this and just outwork other people. Like I've had days where I work 12, 15 hours sometimes. So with the amount of shit I have going on, I feel guilty when I see this number 5, but let's say it's not that bad. It's better than yesterday. I was also standing a little bit. I was mostly focused. Today I was so focused that I couldn't even play a show on the side. So I started 10 seconds of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I'm like, nope, I'm too focused at what I'm doing. I cannot even watch a show. And lastly, let's look at the habits before we go into the day. So the habits, I think they're not bad. I think I forgot to check a bunch of them. No idea. So I almost had a golden anytime. Look at this. Let's just make it golden for a second, just for the sake of the thumbnail. Golden. It's not going to be golden. Because in the sauna, I figured out that in the infrared sauna, bear with me here, in the infrared sauna is not hot enough and you can take your phone and it can survive. Now, this will be the doom of me because the infrared sauna was the only place that I couldn't bring an electronic device and I used to read. And actually, I was reading, but something was eating at me. I'm like, today I did so many things in the morning. Like my morning routine looks better than yesterday. I did a bunch of stuff. But yesterday I told them in the podcast that also it was very good. And I just realized I lied to them. And I felt guilty. I don't want to lie to you guys. Because yesterday I was demoing the Benji app to MJ. And what I did to show him what is a golden section, I checked a bunch of habits. And then I forgot to uncheck them. So these ones that you see like clean face, moisturize, hanging, breathing exercise, morning journal, cold shower. I haven't done any of that shit yesterday. But yesterday it seemed like I felt good about myself. And somehow my subconscious like, nah, you're not a liar. You said you're going to keep the podcast both positive and negative. You're not going to lie. So I took my phone to uncheck those things. And then I'm like, oh, let me also tweet one funny thing from the book. And then instead of finishing reading, I just messing with my phone until I finished the sauna. So I almost had a golden section. Like everything else is fine here. No alcohol, no soda, juice, bread, fast food. I did the sauna, 1 hour walk, cold shower, all of these things, but I screwed up and I didn't read. Hopefully, I'll read a little bit tonight. Like I need 5 more minutes, 7 more minutes to check this freaking habit. Night routine, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about the night routine, right? Everything else has been going great. It was rainy as fuck today, so I didn't get my sunlight and I didn't walk Benji. So I mark it as skip because I really couldn't do it today. So I don't want to take him out in the rain. Morning journal and breathing exercise are not connected to any of my routines. So honestly, I just need to clean up this desk and have my morning journal on it. Morning journal takes like 3 minutes to fill. Like you write things that you're grateful for and blah, blah, blah. It just takes 3 minutes. So I should have golden mornings for fuck's sake. And breathing exercise, I want to connect it to the cold shower. So after the cold shower, while I'm drying, I want to just sit down and breathe for 5 minutes. And finally, this section will have more habits completed. Anyways, we're done with the daily review. My goals are, I'm going to say them every podcast until I get tired of them and actually do something about them. I don't like that I put this bottle here because I started using it as a crutch. I started using it as, as fucking changing gears in a car. Gear shifter, it's called. Kitze, God damn it. My goals are getting to 85 kilos. Well, we're going up now, so I guess we're going to go to 105. I don't know what's going on. Paying out this house. I think even though I'm not doing particular tasks regarding this goal, I am... I started with MJ. I started doing a lot of things, and my brain like entered a new shift since yesterday. So I think there's going to be a lot of progress in this one. I'm going to explain more during the daily review and what happened today. 4 books per month. If I keep scrolling my phone in the sauna, I'll never get to 4 books per month. 6 packs this summer. It makes me have a soundboard. I need to have a soundboard for this podcast, and we're going to play a laugh track for a while, right? Fixing leg pain, nothing about that. I mentioned in the previous podcast, MJ, if you're watching this, to contact Arthur. Obviously, MJ is not watching this, so moment of silence. Thank you, MJ. Yesterday I called you the best, but today things have changed. All right, so today, let's see what happened today. I had a new plan for a workout. Why? Because I realized it's insane. Like, last time I had a meal was yesterday at 4:30 p.m. Let's say. That was the last time I had a meal. So in the morning, I wake up. I started walking for 1 hour, which is already exhausting you, let's say, because I walk at like a higher speed. And I'm already tired. And then I start a strength training, and I'm wondering, why cannot I push more? Because you're a fucking donut, you cannot push more. Because you haven't had food since yesterday, and even the food that you had is a fucking reserve, like you wasted it on walking on this freaking treadmill. Treadmill, guy, fine, treadmill. Sounds so Russian to say treadmill. So I decided I'm going to change the plan a little bit. So the plan is going to be on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, instead of walking for the full, let me actually just switch to the screen for a second. So we have a morning routine, 7 to 7:30 on every day. And then I created these two routines, which is like workout routine and walking routine. So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have a workout routine for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So now let's go and edit the routine items. In it, we have a walk for 15 minutes. So when I do a strength training, I'm only going to walk and warm up for 15 minutes. Then we have a 45-minute workout. Then we have a 15-minute sauna. Then we have a 15-minute shower, which is not correct. When it's a cold shower, it's exactly 0.7 minutes. Like, you don't know how I'm multitasking in there, like washing 70 million parts at once. So that's not 15 minutes. Then we have get dressed for 3 minutes, and then I added buffer. So buffer, I started adding buffer in my routines because I realized you cannot just go from your walk to your workout. It definitely takes a minute, 2, 3, you know, to whatever you do there. Then from workout to the sauna, I don't teleport into the sauna. And also from the sauna to the shower. So there's a bunch of things in between that I don't want to micro add them. So just add this item called buffer just to increase the time that I have in the routine. So that is the workout routine. Now we have the other one. Let me just go here again. The other one is walking routine. So I try to make it even so that by 10 a.m., I'm done with my workout. I'm done with my walking on every day. And I know that work starts at 10 a.m. every day. Otherwise, I hated that on Monday, it's like it starts at 10. And then on Tuesday, it starts at 9. Like I like to have as, similar week as possible. I like every day to be similar. So for my walking routine, when I walk on those days, I put a 2-hour walk here like a donut. So I have a 1-hour walk. So I'll walk for 1 hour, 15 minutes sauna. Then we have buffer, shower, and get dressed. Now, I should definitely have consistent times here, right? If you make the freaking buffer 12 minutes, guy. And we move it until the end. So those are that's the new workout plan that I have, just so every day can look equal. And look at this. Isn't this beautiful for people who are watching? If you're not watching on the YouTube, just subscribe to the YouTube. Even if you're listening to the podcast, just go click subscribe and just do me a favor for whatever reason. But if you watch this on YouTube, like you can see that this ends, I hated this breakfast ends at 10. No, this is actually at 9 something a.m. So at 10 a.m. we start, hopefully with Zero to Ship. Like Zero to Ship is going to be recorded by 2025, hopefully. It's so annoying to me at this point. So that's the new workout plan. Let's go back. So today I walked for 1 hour. I did the training, I did the sauna, I did the cold shower. Then we had a 1-hour meeting with MJ, talking about delegation, talking about a bunch of things. And suddenly I felt, after the meeting, I was supposed to do 1 hour of delegation thingies, like sharing passwords with him and sharing a bunch of Coda documents that I have. So I'm using Coda for organizing everything in my life. So I'm not using Notion. I moved from Notion to Coda because in Coda, like especially for a developer, like you can place buttons and sliders and they have more complex formulas, and you can zoom in the formula editor so you can actually write the formula as if it is like JavaScript code. And you can create mini apps in Coda. And Notion is too restricted. They even added buttons recently. Until recently, they didn't even have buttons. So with Coda, you can make a mini app. So most of my life has been in Coda. And today I had to spend a lot of time trying to extract which documents I can share with MJ. And I got way too much into that. So he asked me, and I'm thankful that he's asking me. He's like, hey, how's the recording going? And I was like, what? Connection issues. And he's like, what do you mean? It's lag. There's no connection issues. None of that happened. But he asked me what is going on. And I told him, hey, I got into this delegation organization game. I want to delegate to as much as I can today. So I don't want to start recording now. I start recording at 2 p.m. And did I start recording at 2 p.m.? I got too much into it. When I hyper focus on something like this freaking delegation organization, like I get so hyped and I get so focused. I started the show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, 2 seconds. I'm like, Peralta, not today. I got so fucking focused. I couldn't even listen to music, nothing. I don't know where the day went. I haven't been procrastinating, just Pomodoro after Pomodoro after Pomodoro for the entire freaking day. And I delegated and I wrote a bunch of documents and things and procedures. So I'm writing this standard operating procedures, they're called SOPs, for every single thing in my life. And I'm glad that I finally have this as like a public document that even if I don't work with MJ one day, I can just share it with the next person. So I wrote a document on how to report the taxes, how to import my bank transactions, how to do A, how to do B. Like all of these are super, they're super, like I'm a cartoon. They're super, like I'm talking to my daughter. They're super detailed and they include every single detail, like click the mouse here and then we see the button. Now do we see the button? Then we see the rectangle. Like they're super detailed that anyone can follow this. Even if I, ask my 4-month daughter to do it, she will do the procedure. And she would do a better job at reporting taxes than your boy, because it's the 24th and I still haven't reported any taxes and the due date is on the 20th. But let's not talk about it. Let's ignore. Also, remember when I was talking about my task count? Look at this, 34. I haven't even clicked on my tasks. Like today I attempted to do, I was like, it's 5 p.m. It's time to crush the personal tasks in the day. And instead I crushed a little bit of Hades, and then I crushed some time with my daughter. And then we talked to my wife's parents for a while on FaceTime. We were trying FaceTime on the Apple TV, and it's freaking amazing, dude. Like, you put your phone next to the TV. I'm even planning to get one of these. Like, I have this magnetic thingy on my laptop. So what I'm using this for the people who are watching on video, there's this MagSafe thingy that I have on the laptop. So I was using it a lot. Now I'm not, but when I'm going to start traveling and going to cafes and whatnot, I'm going to use it again. So when I open the laptop like that, I can just place my phone like this next to it. And I was using it for observing my daughter on the camera. So I would do something on the laptop and my daughter would be sleeping and my wife would be like, hey, can you watch her? I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And I would just put my phone next to my laptop and I would just watch her there. So this is a useful MagSafe thingy. I'm planning to put something like this, like under the TV. So it swivels like on the back side of the TV, and it swivels back behind the TV, and it swivels down. And you just put your phone there and you start FaceTime on the Apple TV. And it's really nice to talk to people when you see them on the TV, because it feels like we're hanging out in the living room together. It doesn't feel like, when you have your phone here and you see like a quarter of everyone's face. When you're FaceTiming older people, they're like, tell me that answer this in the comments right now. Pause this video right now and answer me in the comments. Have you FaceTimed someone over 40 years old and saw more than 30% of their face? Like, you just see a freaking corner. Oh, if they're above 70, goodbye, dude. Like, when I'm FaceTiming my grandparents, like, I don't want to laugh and I don't want to make them feel bad, but I had more conversations with the table, like they would flip the camera, they don't know how to flip it back, and they would be like, yeah, and we're good, and all I see is a shaky table. Either that, or they would just turn off all the lights, and I see these like two figurines, silhouettes, they would call me, and I'm like, oh, so are you guys in heaven? Is this heaven, or are you? And then to turn on the light, and I'm like, oh, you're here, you're alive, that's great, because I'm seeing figurines. You'd get your shit together, old people. Learn how to FaceTime. All I'm saying. Now, the train of thought went tangents on tangents on tangents. How the fuck did we get to talking about my grandparents? I was talking about FaceTime. Yeah, I was supposed to do personal tasks, but one thing led to another. We started FaceTiming and doing this and that, and I lost all of the time. And I spent a lot of time with my daughter. So that's the positive side, but I didn't look at any of my tasks. So no taxes, no tasks. There's a bunch of things to be done. I'll get there. First, I want to figure out the work time of my day, and then I'll figure out the personal time. Maybe, God bless, one day we're going to get to having personal life and work life sorted out and both of them working. Now, my daughter in the future is watching this and laughing, because in a couple of months, all of these plans, dude, all of this falls apart. As soon as my daughter knocks on this door, it's like, Daddy, can we play with Legos? Taking this laptop, slamming it from a wall, we're going to play with freaking Legos. So it is what it is. Let's continue with the day. What else? I got pumped, so I started cleaning my inbox. By cleaning my inbox, I mean I started delegating emails to MJ. I even started replying to a couple of emails that were actually left for me. But now I can finally say that everything has been properly delegated. I've given him instructions on how to answer certain emails. Tomorrow we're going to have one more meeting, me telling him how to answer particular customer emails, how to work with the payment portal for Sizzy, how to work with paddle.com and Lemon Squeezy and all of these things for refunds and stuff. And then I can say that I don't deal with email anymore. Today I created a new link for appointment scheduling. So I didn't have a Calendly and I didn't have a Cal and I didn't have whatever of these things. I was just, I saw that Google Calendar and added that thingy, what is it called? The appointment scheduling availability thing. So I just picked 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. to be my time for appointments, because I have a couple of emails that I was blocked. I wasn't responding to them. They're like, hey, when do you want to meet? And something in me just bubbles and boils. And my wife is like, hey, should we turn on the stove today to cook lunch? And I'm like, no, today someone asked me about a meeting. My soul is boiling, so let's boil the soup on my freaking soul, because I hate freaking scheduling, dude. Do you ever schedule something with someone and at the moment you look forward to it, but when the moment comes for the meeting, you're like, there's no one around to murder me, dude. Like 2 days before I scheduled this and I'm like, oh, dude, I can't wait to catch up with you. I love you. Let's hang out soon. When the moment comes, you're like, oh, fucking murder me. So anyway, I created a scheduling freaking link and I send my scheduling link to a couple of people and they'll be like, I'm sorry, but I'm in USA and this doesn't work out. This doesn't work for me. Can we have a meeting at 3 a.m. your time? And sure, I'll be like, my daughter's usually waking up for, for her breastfeeding at that time. I might as well wake up and have a meeting with someone from the USA. God, fucking scheduling, damn it. Anyway, I got pumped as fuck. I even sent email to conferences that I had. Like, I had a conference that I was in discussion with. I was supposed to go. They invited me to the conference. I was a diva with all of my requirements and money and all of that shit. And we got to some conclusion. And then last moment, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, it was supposed to be this December. I was like, the baby's going to be too small. And I don't want to leave my daughter and wife in this house by themselves. It's too early. So last moment, I canceled the conference. They send me an email to ask, will I do it online? And I just don't reply to the email like a dick. But I did today. Now, was this email from August 27th? Yes, it was. But your boy still replies. You cannot say that I don't reply. There are people who don't reply, so I'm kind of better than them. So I replied to this email, and I even had the cockiness to tell them, hey, I would do talks at your conferences this year if you're interested. You know, there's this ego part of me who's like, oh, no, I want to get invited, and I don't want to, especially, you know, when you leave people unseen. But today I was like, what's the fucking worst that can happen? Today I was sending emails with this attitude. What's the worst that can happen? They ignore the email? I'll even forget about it by tomorrow. They'll say no. I don't give a fuck. So I just sent that email. There's also another conference I'm supposed to go. The one in Croatia. I just asked them because they're like, you're invited in 2024. And I just emailed them. I was like, hey, are we still on about this? What's going on? So there's going to be progress there. So today I was in a really fucking hyped up mood. Not giving a fuck about what people reply. What else? I was replying to emails from like November and October and whatever. There are people who are like, hey man, let's collaborate. I had a course in the past. I know how to grow courses. It got to this number. I can help you, whatever. I reply once and then they'll be like, when do you want to meet? And I'm like, I don't, unless you knock on my door, we're not going to meet. But today I was like, hey guys, I have a scheduling link now. So please book a meeting. Now tomorrow I'm going to wake up to someone having booked a meeting and it's going to ruin my day, but it is what it is. What else? I realized that, when I complain about I'm not productive enough and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, I think I'm not properly analyzing my day. Like from morning, dude, from 7 a.m., I'm not a person who wakes up and scrolls TikTok. Like I don't even have social media on my phone. So I realized I'm too harsh on myself with everything that I do, recording this freaking podcast at 8, at 9 p.m. Previous episodes were recorded at midnight and 1 a.m. Like I'm doing so fucking much in the day. I'm spending literally, let's say I open this app, Come Back Later, that I have for 5 minutes on Twitter. Let's say that I open it 5 times, 6 times per day. That's not even an hour of social media per day. I haven't opened news today. I haven't opened YouTube. I gamed a little bit of Hades on the Steam Deck, but that's on the toilet anyway. Like you would be on the toilet anyway. Now, does it take longer than needed? Yes, it fucking does, but it doesn't count as gaming. I don't go in the fucking, room and turn on the TV and put on my headphones and relax gaming for hours. So it's like I'm not doing literally anything fun the entire day, except the time with my wife and daughter, but that's not, this selfish fun where you go and you watch a movie and you watch a show or you play a game or you play a board game or whatever you do. It's just like family. So it's like work, family time, more family time, recording this podcast, taking out my dog, doing the night routine, doing a bunch of things and going to bed. And we have like 45 minutes to an hour with my wife, like hanging out, talking, watching a show, whatever. But that's it. So I realized you're too fucking harsh on yourself. Like I conclude every day with like, oh, I haven't done much. So I need to change this mindset. I'm doing a lot and maybe this comes from some childhood things, that no matter what you freaking do, you were like, you would have the best grades and people will be like, well, so what? Your parents would be like, well, that's expected of you. Like we give you everything. So it's expected. So I know that when you're 30 fucking something years old, you should work out through all of your childhood things and it's not the parents' fault. At least that's what all the millennial and boomer parents will say, right? They'll be like, nope. Like accuse them of anything. They're like, we didn't know better. We didn't have Google and Quora and Pinterest and Instagram. Like books existed and libraries existed, but no, we didn't have materials or anything. So I don't want to blame it on anyone. I just feel like just achieving so much in my childhood and everyone telling you like, sweetie, you're the best at this and you're the best at that and getting awards and this and that kind of fucks you up that no matter what you do and no matter what you achieve, you're too harsh on yourself. Like one thing that I wanted to mention, when I've been going through the emails today and deleting them or delegating them to MJ, there's so many people when I send a Sizzy newsletter telling me, hey man, this app is a lifesaver. I'm a huge fan. It rocks. I use it every day. Our team, our company, we use it. Like there's so many emails praising Sizzy. And I'm so fucked up, dude. I look at these emails and my first thought that comes to mind is, they're lying. Who thinks like that? I think, there's probably they haven't found all the bugs. Like, why would Sizzy be like, I don't fucking know, dude. Probably they're noobs. They don't know what they're talking about. So when someone gives me a compliment, me or my apps or whatever, my first thought is like, I don't believe it. It's not that good. It can be way better. Trust me. So I'm always striving for fucking perfection. I guess that can be the title of the fucking podcast today. Striving for perfection is ruining you/me. That will be the title. I just wrote it right now. I'm really glad that I moved all of the podcast content also to Coda, because Coda with its magic formulas and stuff is going to speed up the uploading of this podcast so much, and tweeting and everything about it. I love Coda. Give it a shot, and don't use Notion if you're a developer, definitely. Anyway, what else? We have a bunch more things, but that's all about the day. I spent a lot of time with my daughter today. She's grabbing more now, so her hands, like you put something in front of her and she's like, oh, I want to grab that. So I just put my face above her, just talking and making silly faces, and realized now she can grab me. So she started grabbing my nose, started grabbing my eye. Yes, it does fucking hurt. Started plucking my hair, and I was like, sweetie, daddy has like 3 of those left. So if we can keep them until we're 40, right, before we go to Turkey and do the fucking thing that all the Hollywood people do when their hair falls out, can you not? And she was like, ha ha ha, and started pulling my hair. But I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I love my daughter. She's the best part of my day. If I had $1 billion right now and I don't have to work for the rest of my life, I would just spend all freaking day with this creature, especially when she grows up. We can do more stuff together. Forget about a podcast and all of those things. Maybe she'll be doing a podcast with her little, funny voice. What else? Praneet commented today. That's the ex-main employee who worked on Sizzy. He said, so funny that previous videos are all 37 minutes. And I was like, haha, what a coincidence. That's weird. And then I realized I've been using Adobe Premiere to upload the vlog because I didn't want to delegate it to anyone else. I'm going to change that from tomorrow. Not uploading anything manually anymore. And I would open the project and I would replace the video file with the next day's file. But the stupid fucking Premiere, when you replace footage, doesn't extend or contract the footage. So the vlog from yesterday has a bunch of like a black screen for like 1 minute in the end because it was less than 37 minutes. And the vlog from yesterday got cut off in the middle of a story. So if you didn't finish the story from yesterday, just go and listen to it on the podcast version. And there's a couple more minutes there that got cut off. So I'm an idiot. But I'm an idiot and at the same time praise myself. Stop. Like my self-talk is very bad. Like I've heard this in podcasts. I've heard this in books. I've heard this in a lot of places. When you're talking to yourself, like think, would you tell this to another person? Like if someone was like, hey man, I fucked up the podcast. You won't immediately be like, oh, you fucking idiot. You fucking moron. You'll be like, oh no, it happens. At least you thought of it and figured it out. What was the problem? So you shouldn't be so hard on yourself. But when we talk to ourselves, we talk with very derogative terms, like a piece of shit and you're fat and you're this and that. Gotta change that. So maybe I'll catch myself doing it more when I'm talking on this podcast. What else? I started using routines in Benji again and it makes me happy. I already showed you my walking routine and my workout routine. I want to get to this place when the clock ticks, like for example, 10, and I know that my night routine is starting. Like I just want to do the thing on a night routine without guessing that I guess I know what the routine has. Because routines are one of the first features that I added in Benji. They're basically a list of habits mixed with a list of items that you need to do one after the other. But after a couple of days of you doing a routine, like the brain is already getting cocky and you're like, I need to open the routine. I already know what. Shut up. A new version of MetaQuest. No, remind me later. Idiots. MetaQuest stealing all of my data. I don't know why I have Meta app installed on my freaking computer. Anyway, what was I saying? Freaking Zuckerberg stealing my data and also spying on me and interrupting my podcast. Fucker moved on a farm somewhere. Did you see that about Zuckerberg moving somewhere on a farm? He's going to grow cows like they're fucking plants. He's going to grow cows. He has technology now to grow cows as if they're tomatoes. Anyway, what was I saying? After a while of doing a routine, you get cocky and you think you don't need the routine anymore. And inevitably, day by day, you start missing things. You miss a habit, you miss a checklist, you miss a this and that. So now, this is the 3rd day in a row where I'm actually following my evening routine. Like I would go to it, I would open Benji, I would wait for that stupid PWA because it's not a native app and it has a loading screen that's way too long to open. I would go on the routine, I would click play, and I would do it item by item by item by item. Even if I know what is the routine, I would do it item by item. So yesterday I did my night routine for the first time in 1 billion years, and Benji, my dog, finally got his teeth brushed. So if you're like, why the fuck are you brushing the teeth of your dog? My dog is a Maltese, and Maltese have issues with their teeth. and if you don't take them to teeth cleaning, like they can develop all sorts of disease, and they can like it can get nasty with them. So for 3 years in a row, we're taking him to an annual teeth cleaning where they put him under anesthesia, and it's dangerous because you have to sign a document saying he might not wake up. Gonna burn the hospital down naturally, right? If he doesn't wake up, my signature doesn't fucking matter. My dog doesn't wake up, burning the entire hospital. But it hasn't happened so far. They're like, hey, next year, if you don't want to come, you need to brush your dog's teeth if you don't want to put your dog under anesthesia. But everything has been so chaotic that I couldn't freaking do the thing. It's been since August, since the fucking anesthesia. And I did it yesterday, 23rd of January. You take a little pad, like there's a little box of pads, you put it on your finger, you open his mouth, and you just go in a couple of directions. He doesn't have toothpaste, doesn't have anything. You just try to clean the plaque or whatever it's called around his teeth, and that's it. And once I started doing my night routine, I'm like, how about I do the next step? Brush Benji. So usually my wife was doing that, but now with the baby, she delegated the task to me. I just took it through the shredder. I was like, zzz, and forgot about it. And yesterday, finally, I took his freaking thingies, cleaned his eyes. He looked beautiful. And I'm going to do it again today. So long story short, was I sharing my screen or not? I think I wasn't sharing my screen. Anyway, this is the ambitious night routine I have. Benji brushing, Benji teeth, brushing my teeth, and reading for 15 minutes. Hopefully the reading part is going to come back. But I want to get, why am I saying this? I want to get to using these routines more and more, because once you have the habit of opening the routine and checking it item by item, then it's way too easy to build habits, because you can just add a single thing to the routine. And if you already have the habit of doing the routine, there's a big chance you're actually going to do the last thing. Unless you add like 17 things in a day, you're probably not going to do them. So anyway, talking way too long about this. I'm happy that that is back. Wow, we're over 31 minutes. So I might as well jump to the... I'll move the rest of it to random topics. I made this button in Coda called Generate Random Topics. So when I don't have anything to talk about, I'll click it, and it will just tell me something that I wanted to talk about, and we're going to fill the podcast with that. But it never happens. I always think I don't have enough to talk about, and then I always talk for 30 minutes. It's amazing. Let's go through the content, and then I'll let you be and move on with your day. Book, I read a chapter of Hail Mary, half a chapter, a third of a chapter. My wife is dying laughing with this book, dude. The book has been around forever. Maybe I don't want the book to finish, but I'm sweating this freaking book, and I'm never going to sweating it. Get it? Because I read it in the sauna. Sweating it. It's funny. Movie. I haven't seen anything since Parasite. Watch Parasite from 2019. Don't watch a trailer. Don't read it about it online. It's amazing. Watch it. TV show. Hasn't seen anything. Actually, we watched Ted Lasso yesterday with my wife. Ted Lasso is freaking amazing. Game. I was this close to beating Hades, dude. This freaking close. And it killed me. And I can't wait to uninstall this game. But then it's going to be problematic, because once I pick the next game, it's going to take a while just staring at my Steam collection of games. Hello Darkness, my friend, is playing, and I cannot pick the next one. So I'm glad when I'm addicted to a game, because at least I'm doing something instead of shopping for games and organizing my library. Music and artists. I have artists of the day, one of my favorite rappers, J. Cole, and the song that gets me through my gym sessions a lot of times. It's J. Cole and Beni the Butcher. It's called Johnny P's Caddy. I think I'm going to put all of these links in the description. I fucking hope so. An app that I use and I love, it's called Numi, N-U-M-I, and it's like a calculator that's a document at the same time. So instead of adding a bunch of random numbers in a calculator, you get to name your things. Like you can say rent equals that many euros, convert it to Polish zloty, then add this and that, and you write a little document and it can summarize all of the numbers that you put there. Numi is freaking amazing, one of my favorite apps. And one thing I'm going to add at the end of each episode is a rap bar. So that's a line from a rap song. I have so many of them that sometimes I don't have where and who to share them with. Like I have a couple of buddies who are listening to rap, but I feel like this will be an interesting section of the podcast. So I picked one for today. This is one of my favorite rap bars ever, because this is the nerdiest rap bar. And this is how you know that J. Cole is one of the rare rappers who has finished college. This motherfucker. So the line goes, Eureka, Einstein on the brink of the theory of relativity, really no MC equal. Again, Einstein on the brink of the theory of relativity, really no MC equal. Like after listening to this song 1-2 times, I just had to stop. I remember I was at the gym, public gym, and I just had to pull my headphones down and just looked at the other people like, get it, guys, get it, guys, get it. This is the best rap bar that ever happened. So he's saying MC, MC, performer, rapper, whatever. No MC is equal to him. And when there's MC equal nothing, means that Einstein is on the brink of discovering the theory of relativity. So this is the most nerdy rap. I think that's it. Like, I'm not going to do this for at least 7 episodes because I need to recover from how good this rap. This is why I love rap. I mentioned in a previous episode. I stopped listening to rock music and all this other shit because rap is like full of these gems / dad jokes. I guess I really love dad jokes. God damn it. That's it for today. Follow the Twitters, the Discords, joins the bunch of places. Check out the course 0 to ship. Check out Benji.so. Join me. Let's do Pomodoros together if we're in the same time zone. Or if you forget your Pomodoro, a bunch of motherfuckers are forgetting their Pomodoro. So I'll wake up in the morning. I'm like, cool. 30 people are doing Pomodoro together. I'll go in the database and I see that it started it 3 days ago. So don't forget your freaking Pomodoros. And who is the singer of Chandelier? See ya in the next one. Thank you for watching.